Our next author has a story of her own. Her book is Career or Fibromyalgia? Do I Have to Choose the Practical Approach to Managing Symptoms and the Life You Love? Karen Brinklow. Hello, Karen.
Hi, Angela. How are you?
How are you? Your hair looks cute. I'm loving it.
Oh, thank you. That's COVID hair.
I was like, you joined the short hair girl club. Nice.
Well, I used to have really much shorter hair, but I'm liking this too.
All right. I love it. Awesome. Well, let's talk about Career or Fibromyalgia. It's out on audiobook now. Who should listen to this book?
Interesting question, because the journey's been interesting for me. Anyone who has chronic pain or fatigue and they're not sure where it's coming from and why, they've been under a lot of stress, they may have had a diagnosis of fibromyalgia. They need to grab this book. And if they're searching for answers in online social groups and a magic bullet, they're going to continue to be frustrated for years. And this book condenses it all and shows how I spent 3.5 years doing it, but it'll give them a guide to be able to do that on their own much better and much faster than I was able to.
So one of the keys, I think, with this book is really about managing the symptoms and getting it under control. We've all been going through this COVID-19 pandemic, and I'm wondering if you've seen in the fibromyalgia communities that you're a part of flare-ups of symptoms. Are those flare-ups related to stress or some of the changes? Is there anything specific to the pandemic that poses an additional risk or challenge for people with fibromyalgia?
Oh, that's a great question. There's two sides to that, actually. I'm going to speak of my own experience through this, because I had a pretty stressful fall and it created a flare-up of symptoms. Got it under control, another story. But what the COVID experience did for me, it made me feel like I wasn't missing out on life anymore. And people that were experiencing, say, depression or all of the emotional stuff of having to be home all the time, I had gone through all of that. So my life hasn't changed, but I feel like all this pressure's off because I'm not missing life anymore. And as a result, I did a lot of reflecting, and I feel better than I have even when I recovered the first time.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best thing to happen to you over the last year since your book came out?
Oh, wow. COVID. I did not think that was I really felt like a fish swimming upstream last year. And like, I guess that would have started in September. And I pushed against it, which is the way I always do things. And a very good friend of mine recently said to me, you know what, you're swimming upstream. Why don't you try a different course? COVID hit, blah, blah, blah. So I have a business background and I'm an educator. So I reached out to the local Chamber of Commerce and another business development group and said, look, businesses are freaking out. They're scared. I know what to do over the next 4 weeks at least. So they invited me to do webinars, and I did, and it was really, really helpful. I was on a COVID committee. I just reached out to them. They had no clue who I was. I was on a COVID committee for our small town here because I'm very passionate about that town. And for 2 months, and I've just like released myself because of this other opportunity. But that's what it's led to for me is it blew up, and this has happened. I'm working in the expert industry, helping businesses develop their coaching or train the trainer type courses so they can scale their businesses, make a difference, and build their own wealth. But it's
so proud of you. That's an amazing journey. Wow. It
It's been
doesn't
incredible.
always go how we think it's going to go, but the process of becoming an author can't not change you. It's like becoming a
Oh,
mother. It
for
can't
sure.
not change you.
Yeah,
So I
most
love that.
definitely. And the response to the book was something else that created a huge awareness for me, that I actually had so many people say to me, I didn't know that you were like that. Why didn't you say anything? And I was like, I don't know. I, you just don't. You start to hide away.
Right.
And this book helped me to pull that out and see that other people still need to be shown. So definitely buy the book. Reach out to me for sure. But it's I can help anybody do anything at this point.
Love it, Karen. Such a powerful message. Career or fibromyalgia? Do I have to choose? The practical approach to managing symptoms and the life you love. Now on audiobook by bestselling author Karen Brinklow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.